Hey everyone, welcome back to Filouraa. In today's video, we will learn one of the most important components of garment construction, the sleeves. In this video, we will cover what sleeve is, a classification of sleeves, difference between set-in and extended sleeves, example of each type, and a construction of a basic sleeve. So let's begin. So what are the sleeves? A sleeve is a part of a garment that covers the arm. It is attached to the bodies and plays an important role in garment fit, comfort, mobility, and style. Sleeves can be designed in different lengths, shapes, and styles depending on the garment and a fashion trend. They not only provide a functionality but also enhance the overall appearance of the garment. Now let's look into the classification of sleeves. Sleeves are broadly classified into two main categories. The very first one is set-in sleeves, another one is extended sleeves. A set-in sleeve is constructed separately and then stitched into the armhole of the bodies. The sleeve has a sleeve cap that fits into the armhole. For example, a basic shirt sleeve, full sleeve, short sleeve, puff sleeve, bishop sleeve, bell sleeve, and legometan sleeve, etc. These sleeves have a sleeve cap and you can see a seam line connecting the sleeve and a bodice together. If you look into the characteristics of the set-in sleeves provide a structural appearance, better fitting around the shoulders. These are commonly used in shirts, blouses, dresses, jackets, and formal garments. Then we have extended sleeves. An extended sleeve is not stitched separately. Instead, it is drafted as an extension of a bodice itself. There is no armhole seam at the shoulder. Example for this extended sleeve includes these kimono sleeves, dolman sleeves, batwing sleeves, etc. So if you look into the characteristics of these extended sleeves, these are easy to construct and it gives a comfortable fit, loose silhouette, and frequently used in casual wears such as tunics, kaftans, and oversized garments. Now let's look into the difference between set-in sleeve and extended sleeve side by side. In set-in sleeves, the separate sleeve piece is constructed and then attached to the bodies, whereas in extended sleeve, these are just an extension of the bodies. Set-in sleeves are joined to the armhole, where extended sleeves, no shoulder and armhole seam can be seen. Set-in sleeves give a better shaping, whereas the extended sleeves gives a relaxed fit. Set-in sleeves are more structured, where extended sleeves have a loose silhouette. Set-in sleeves are more suitable for tailored garment, whereas extended sleeves are suitable for casual garments. Before moving on to the drafting of a basic sleeve, let's understand the anatomy of the sleeves, or simply we can say study of different parts of the basic sleeve. So, basic sleeve consists of various parts including sleeve cap, cap height, front sleeve curve, back sleeve curve, bicep line, elbow line, wrist line, and underarm seam, along with sleeve length and a grain line. Let's understand them one by one. The very first one is a sleeve cap. Sleeve cap is the upper curved part of a sleeve that fits over the shoulder. Cap height. The height of the sleeve cap measured from the top of the sleeve cap to the bicep line. Bicep line. It is the line at the fullest part of the upper arm. The sleeve width is measured at this line. Elbow line. Located at the elbow level for shaping and the comfort. Wrist line. The bottom edge of the sleeve that sits at the wrist. Sleeve length. It is the total length of the sleeve from the top of the sleeve cap to the wrist line. Back sleeve curve. The back part of the sleeve cap that curves from the top to the underarm. Front sleeve curve. The front part of the sleeve cap that curves from the top to the underarm. Underarm sleeve. the seam that runs from the underarm down to the wrist. And we have a grain line, as you all know. It is a straight line parallel to the selvage which determine the straight grain of the fabric. Remember, the main components of a garment are always cut in warp direction because of the strength and stability of the fabric. The important measurements required to construct this basic sleeve. To draft a basic sleeve, you will need sleeve length, armhole measurement, cap height, bicep circumference, and this measurement ensures that the sleeve fits comfortably and matches the body's armhole correctly. To understand how to take this measurement, you can watch the measurement video or you can download a standard measurement chart and a guide to take a proper measurement with the link provided in the description. Download the chart and fill your measurement and start the construction. So in this video, we'll see how to construct a basic sleeve with an elbow dart. Later, we will study how to adapt this basic sleeve into other variation. So if you have all your measurement ready, let's draft. To make the process easy to understand, I'll be using a sleeve drafting template as a visual guide. I will also divide this drafting into different sections so you can follow each step comfortably. So gather your pattern paper, ruler, French curve, pencil, and let's get started. So before constructing this pattern, remember the drafting that we are doing here does not include any seam or loose allowances. So it is a pattern that fits the measurement exactly and all the allowances has to add at the end of the pattern. Section 1, let's start with a basic construction lines. Begin by drawing a vertical center line on your pattern paper. Mark the top point as A and bottom point as B. That is, A to B is your sleeve length. A to C, mark sleeve cap height. C to D, half of the distance from C to B, or simply mark the midpoint of C to B. D to D dash, 3/4 inch towards the front. Now, square out horizontal guidelines from point A, C, D dash, and B. These construction lines will act as our references throughout the drafting process. Next is section 2. Now we will establish the sleeve width. Mark the armhole measurement by placing your ruler at point A and pivoting it until the measurement touches the bicep line. Mark this point as E and join A to E. Next, C to E, half of the bicep measurement. Draw a line A to E and now divide A to E into 4 equal parts and label them as shown here, that is G, H and K. Repeat the same process on the opposite side where C to F is equal to C to E. Join A to F, then divide A to F into 4 equal sections and label them L, M and N. Now, B to O is 2 inches less than C to E measurement. B to P is equal to B to O. These points establish the lower sleeve shape. Now in section 3, create this front and back sleeve shape using the standard drafting measurement. At point G, move 3/8 inch inside. At point H, move 1/4 inch outside. At point K, move 5 by 8 inch outside. We will use the similar standard measurement in the opposite side. At point L, move 3 by 4 inch outside. At M, move 3 by 16 inch outside. At N, move half inch inside. These small adjustments are extremely important because they create the correct shape and ensures the comfortable fit without any wrinkles, pulling or tightness when we join the sleeves with the bodies. Now use a French curve to draw a front sleeve shape. If you are drafting digitally, simply follow the same reference curve. I will also display a reference image showing the correct placement of a French curve here for your reference. To draw a back sleeve shape, place the French curve so it touches K and H. Draw the curve beyond H, blending smoothly. Then reposition the curve so it touches E and G. Blend this curve into a previous one to complete the back armhole shape. At this stage, your basic sleeves without a dart is complete. Since we are drafting a basic sleeve with an elbow dart, let's continue. Section 4. Drafting an elbow dart. Mark the elbow level as S. Extend the line at R by 1/4 inch. Now join E to R. Let's construct the elbow dart. R to T is a half of the distance from R to D measurement. R to U is 1 inch. T to U is equal to the measurement from R to T. Join these points to form a dart. Next, O to V 3/4 inch. Draw a line from U passing through the V and extend it until it equals the measurement from S to P. Mark this point as W. W to X is equal to the O to P measurement. You may slightly adjust this line if additional sleeve fitting is required. Otherwise, extend it naturally to the wrist level. Finally, draw a gentle curved line from X, blending it smoothly through S towards F. Now, your elbow dart is complete. The final step is marking the sleeve notches. In the back sleeve, at G, mark the first notch, that is half inch, above the point G. Mark the second notch half inch above the first notch. In the front sleeve, at point N, mark a single notch half inch above the N. These ease control notches helps align the sleeve correctly with the front and back bodies during stitching, ensuring accurate sleeve attachment and proper ease distribution. And let me quickly extract this sleeve pattern. And that's it. You have successfully drafted a basic sleeve with an elbow dart. This sleeve serves as a foundation for many sleeve variation. So mastering this draft is an important step in pattern making. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Filouraa for more step-by-step fashion pattern making tutorials. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.